what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rail back with another review, man. Yo, this is Game of Thrones Season 1, Episode 7. And this is what I like to call the big reveal. Every little nefarious agendas everybody was masking and holding on to, and just these little mysteries is all out in the open. All out in the open. All that Columbo work that Ned did just get vomited out this episode. Just bleh. Bleh. Just vomited out. There's no secrets now. There's no secrets. But let's get into it. So, this episode, it was a rough one. Ned ain't had a good goddamn day in King's Landing. So his boy, childhood friend, brother at arms, last episode went hunting. This episode, my man then got attacked by a boar. He went to lunge or threw a spear to kill him, pissed off the boar, and got rammed. But he took him down. God bless Rob. So Rob Baratheon is out of here. And this is probably the worst thing that could possibly happen. Tyrion is free. Tywin and the Mountain just got threatened. And the one man who could save Ned's ass, save the Stark's ass, save his daughter's ass, is dead, is dying from a fucking pig. The king that got killed by a pig. But Robert went down like a G. I like that scene a lot. Robert was not a lot of people's favorite, Robert Baratheon. But I gotta tell you, I did like Robert, man. He had a lot of, he had a lot of relatability to him, man. It's just that he's like Al Bundy. If Al Bundy ended up being like a king of something, right? We all heard about his 4 touchdowns at Pokai. You know what I'm saying? That was his glory days. That's when he had his most fun. That's when he was hanging out with the boys. He was in love with Peg at the time. And now he's had kids. He's a miserable man. And he's just laying around. Robert Baratheon is a shoe salesman that runs the 7 kingdoms. That's what he is. He's Al Bundy. Reminiscing about the glory days, and you just get fat and old, and you're just like, what was it all about? I don't like my kids very much. I really don't like my wife. And I'm kind of looking forward to dying, like meeting up with the one woman I really, truly love. So he is a relatable dude when you really peel back the layers to Robert Baratheon. And he was not nobody's bitch. He laid in that bed and said, oh, but I got him, Ned. He was like, oh, this is funny. People going to say that, but you know what I want you to do? I killed that fucking pig. I want you to have the biggest funeral feast. He's planning his funeral feast. I want you to have the biggest funeral feast, and I want everybody in the King's Landing to taste the pig that killed the king. So he is looking at death in the eye, and he is ready. And he said, fuck that pig, fuck death. Ned, do me a favor. I'm going to put you in charge. Look after my boy. But unbeknownst to him, earlier, while he was out there doing his thing, Ned kicked it off. He said, okay, enough of the niceties. Cersei, meet me outside. Cersei comes through, trying to play the game. Cersei's always playing the game. Asking Ned, like, oh, that looks painful. You okay? She always plays the concern when she don't give a shit. But that is how you play the game. You fake care about the people you hate because you're going to take them out, but you don't want them to know that. That's dumb, Ned. Even if Cersei knows everything she needs to know, if Cersei holds all the cards in her hand, has all the info, she'll never just put it all on Front Street. And Ned couldn't wait. That was his first thing he did. He went up to her and warned her. He basically warned her and gave her time to plot and plan. He said, Cersei, cut the shit. Okay, we've been having our back and forth. I'm Ned. I'm from the north. I'm too noble for this shit. I'm too tired. I don't have the wits. That's basically what he did. When he told Cersei that I know Jamie is your lover. I know my son saw you. You tried to get him killed, and none of those kids truly are belong to the throne. They don't belong to Rob. So your whole existence here is a farce, right? He just let it all out and warned her. So now she knows exactly what has to happen. She's like, oh, okay. Even if she had an idea, even if Cersei somewhat knew, she was maybe thinking maybe he'll want something down the road. Maybe he won't let this information out. Let me see what type of game Ned is playing. Because she does this King's Landing shit. She know everybody got a motive. Ned is the first person in King's Landing that's only motive was to do the right thing. Nobody was prepared for that. And everybody overestimated him. They was like, damn, he's doing his due diligence. Damn, he's really figuring out something. Okay, maybe I could work with Ned. Everybody tried to work with Ned, but he wouldn't play the game. And Cersei gave him a hard lesson out there. She said, "Yeah, I love my kids. You love your kids." And let me tell you. And he told her like, "Yeah, you gonna leave town." And when he let her know like, "We're gonna try to spare your life, so just run. I'm gonna give you a head start." Like, thanks, Ned. No, I'm finna go into my room and I'm gonna start planning. Now I know how you coming. You don't want to kill me, stupid. You ain't trying to create no beef like that. You're dumb. So she just took that and told him like, "Hey, you had a chance to take it and you should have." And he's like, "Man, that wasn't for me. That wasn't my job." And she let him know like, when it comes to Game of Thrones, she just dropped the title. When it comes to Game of Thrones, you either win or you die. Holy shit. Cut to my boy, Tywin Lannister. It's the first time we see Tywin Lannister. He is automatically presented as somebody you don't fuck with. What is he doing? When we see Tywin, you got Jamie there. Jamie and his father Tywin. What is Tywin doing? He's a wealthy man, mind you. Gains a lot of respect. Owns a large army. Is a lord of his own kingdom in his own right. He is methodically skinning a deer on the table, which lets you know, A, he knows how to work a knife. That is not easy. B, he's very methodical. The way he was cutting that meat, he took his time. He was a pro. He's doing something that he knows how to do well. And he has no problem with hard work. And just what he was doing with that deer sums up the coldness of just doing it. There's no emotion. This deer is food. This deer gets skinned. This deer gets eaten. Period. And that's how he looks at it when it comes to people. It's things like that is what makes Game of Thrones so cold. So cold. And Jamie's there in all his beautiful garments. And he just looks at Jamie and goes, "That was dumb, attacking Ned. Like, why'd you do that?" "Well, they had our brother and, I wasn't just going to let him run." And he's like, "Okay, cool. Right answer. You attacked him because he kidnapped your brother. He's a Lannister, sure. And why didn't you kill him?" "Well, we was having a fight, but then somebody intervened and speared him through the leg. So that didn't happen." And then Tywin just in his moment of confusion was like, I feel like I didn't get the answer. Like, why didn't you kill him? Where am I missing in that answer? And I said, oh my God, Tywin is a cold motherfucker. Jamie did not answer his question at all. To a regular person, that would have been made sense somehow. That'd have been like, oh yeah, well yeah, you can't kill a man who got speared through the leg if you didn't do it. What? No. Jamie said, well, it wouldn't have been the right thing to do It just wouldn't have been a clean. It wouldn't have been clean, is how he says. And he's just like, I was like, just like you're a fucking child. You're still concerned with how people view you. That is your major concern. And Jamie goes, I don't care what nobody thinks about me. And Tywin reads his son like a book. That's what you want people to think. That you don't care. But you hate when they call you Kingslayer. There's some no you want to be seen in some light. And you're a lion. Lions do not listen to the feelings of sheep or the concerns of sheep. Or they don't care what sheep have to say. Whatever the fucking Tywin line was. It was a hard line. And he tried to have a battle of wits with Tywin and lost immediately. And after Tywin scolded him and let him know, like, yes, we were going to go get your brother either way it went. Because we can't let nobody think our house is shit. And you see Tywin's motivation. This is everybody's letting themselves be known. Tywin let you know right there in that one scene. It's the name over everything. It's the family. When all of us are dead, we're all going to die, Jamie. And Jamie just looks so confused. Like, we're going to die? There's not going to be no secret potion that I can drink to live forever? No, you fucking idiot. Yes, we're all going to die. Old age, sword, disease. We're dead. And the one thing that lives on is the name. And that's what I'm preserving. I could give a fuck about Tyrion. I could really give a fuck about you. I really would like your sister, but, she's a woman. Tywin's old school. And she's a little bit more vicious than Tywin. And he knows she tries too hard. So he really can't trust her with a lot of shit. And, so he's letting them know, like, it's family, man. And he had a good talk with Jamie and sent him with 30,000 soldiers to go collect his brother. Look, I mean, they don't know that Tyrion does his own thing. He's going to find his own way out. Which is what makes him... It's so funny that Tywin put him as the bottom Lannister. When really he's the top dog. Next to Tywin. Like, he's the number 2. Nobody is more nobody can outwit Tyrion. Not at all. And nobody can get people to reveal themselves the way Tyrion can. Like, he just has a unique ability. And it's clearly slept on by his father, Tywin. So that let us know the fact that he even put one of his kids at the bottom rung lets you know what their relationship is going to be going forward. Now, so since we're back at King's Landing and Ned did all that, he's now like, okay, let me get my ducks in a row. I just met with Robb. He made me protector of the land. And instead of putting Joffrey, like he said, he did something super unnoble. I mean, because not noble Ned. Isn't Ned supposed to word for word write down what the king's word is? So the one time Ned decides to do some unnoble shit, which is his little note, I think that's the one thing he learned from King's Landing. Maybe just omit this. We'll just say rightful heir. He didn't ask you to write that. So it was a piece of shit paper. It wasn't even in his own rights. Like, it wasn't factual. He said Joffrey, right? Ned decided, I'm going to spice it up. But now, yes. So he calls Littlefinger in. He needs something from him. And Littlefinger in this moment, whether it was genuine or not, because I often question that scene, Littlefinger gave him the full layout, the best laid plans. Actually, Ned was presented with several plans that were good. Now, I could see him not taking Robert Baratheon's, his little brother. He wants the older brother to get it because it's the right thing to do. Stannis. He doesn't want the younger brother to get it because it's just not the right thing to do. He might like dude. He might understand that making a good soldier does not make a good king. He gets that. But it's just, it goes against Ned's morals. So I got to stop talking to you. And Littlefinger is presenting him with several offers. Like, hey, you could run this yourself, or you could pass this to the next person, but do this first and set this up, and I'll handle a lot of this for you. And I felt like it was genuine, because when he said, "Hey, I'll do it for a fee. I'll do it for some things, and it won't even be outrageous." And Ed's like, "No, that's not. No, none of this is happening. Okay, what I need you to do is get these guards." So Ned truly believed, like, I don't know. But I guess when you make an oath to his wife and you've been helping him so far, I guess we really can't fault Ned for believing Littlefinger. He has been in their corner this whole time, helping him out with things that he already knows. But Littlefinger himself revealed to us and to a couple of his new prostitutes, the redhead from up north, revealed to us what his true thing was. We learned that he fought in a duel for Lady Stark, lost. And so now we know that Lady Stark was with Ned's younger brother, but died. And then she was just like, well, I'm going to get with the older brother. And he's like, and he was even more fantastic. And Littlefinger was just dropping knowledge like, hey, I decided I'm going to get what I want. And he's saving himself. We find out that he really has a thing for Lady Stark. Like, we thought it was a childhood crush maybe, but now it's really creepy. Now we feel like Littlefinger wants to wear her skin in some weird fashion. And he's teaching two whores how to have sex, like how to pretend to. I know Littlefinger is an anomaly. And they were having a good time over there. I thought that was the weirdest way to receive information, but somehow Game of Thrones made it very good. Two naked women having sex with each other while trying to focus on the words of Littlefinger. It feels like a distractionary tactic, but like if you just somehow take those ladies out your brain, you can really listen to what Littlefinger got going on. You find out he's a fucking genius. He's a piece of shit, mind you, and a super hater. But he's fucking smart. And then there's that. So that's the Littlefinger's journey. Now, we get some Jon Snow. We could talk about a little Jon Snow at the wall. They out there, finds out that Benji ain't back. His horse is back, but Benji ain't. And Jon Snow's ready to go get his uncle. He can't do shit though. And today is, I guess that day was like their coronation, right? Where they get their assignments. They officially become men of the wall. And lo and behold, Jon is a steward. After which was so funny, because Sam was like, it's the steward life for me, and I'm sure you'll be a ranger. And he's like, it's honor in being a steward. I love how it's honor in being a steward, like he told Sam, but the second his name got called out, he was like, stewards are dumb. They're a bunch of maids and shit. I know how to use a sword. Fuck you, stupid stewards. I don't want to be that. I was like, oh, he's such a child. He was like, it's not fair. And I love what Pip said. I do fair. Fair? We talking fair? Fam, I'm a singer. Some noble lord tried to grope me, man. I said, fuck off me, buddy. Can't touch me. What's wrong with you? This is sexual harassment. And he's like, hey, I wasn't going for that grabbing of the meat. No, thank you. And shut him down, and now he ends up at the wall. It was that or lose a hand. You know what I'm saying? So Pip was like, fuck you and your entitlement, bitch. Which I like. That's basically what he said. So Jon Snow is an entitled little brat. I'm not a fan of that. And Sam shows his worth. He really breaks down to him like, bro, you're not just a steward. Like, they're grooming you for commander. You're just too dumb to, like, the head honchos, you're about to be with him 24/7. You think you're not finna learn shit? Like, sorry, bro. Ranger life ain't for you. But running things here very much is. And it gives him some light. It's like, oh, because Jon, you see so many smart characters, and Jon just seems so very dumb. And you don't know if it's just because he's young or he's naive or it's just a mixture of the two or if he's just really dumb. But he goes out to the old tree, the creepiest tree I've ever seen in my life, where the old gods are, and his wolf comes back with an arm, and we're gonna get into that later. That's cut scene, cut John. That's John's life at the wall right now. My girl Khaleesi and the call. Now, before Ned stormed off, he looked at Varys and was like, yo, call off that hit. The king said he don't want it to happen. So, again, we catch Ned in yet another lie. Ned's not looking so noble. And it just kills me the times he selects to be noble and not. Which means, what is Ned for real? Like, he just lied twice. One on official royal papers and one to the face of Varys from a dying king, like, that can't be verified. And it was like, oh, it's too late for that. And we see what Jorah was actually supposed to be part of the hit. He was supposed to set up Khaleesi and get a royal pardon. And he received it. It was all done. Got it to the market. It was all ready to go down. Goes to the wine man. And we see what happened there. He pulled a switcheroo like, oh, you're the victim. No problem. Let me go get you this sweet-ass wine. This is just delicious. And then for some reason, Jorah just had this, I can't do this to her. Fuck this royal pardon. And I don't know if he fell in love with her or at this moment, or he just respected her. But he's Team Khaleesi. And he could give a fuck about that, And Khaleesi earlier tried to motivate Drogo to come invade. And, like, their son should be the king, like, to run things, like, keep on her dead brother's wishes, but not for him, but for righteous reasons, because a Targaryen is supposed to be in that seat. But, yeah, so they catch the killer, and this was the motivation Drogo needed to pull it off. So the things just fell into place. So now it's wartime. Lannisters versus Starks is gearing up. And we got Drogo now gearing up to take this on. So it's looking like a huge storm coming. He's talking. And, the call, let's talk about the call speech. Like, when you watching it, you're like, oh, you getting pumped. Like, Jason Momoa is doing his thing. He's doing, like, the slap. He was like, yeah. He's like, and my son, we're going to get on these wooden horses and we're going to sail the poison sea. Motherfuckers, yeah. And then I will rape their women. And yeah, oh my God, what? Because for a minute there, you get to cheering with Drogo. You're like, yeah, hell yeah. Ride those wood horses. Cross that poison sea. Rape the what? Do the what? Take the kids as slave. Well, I don't know. I don't think I like those two, Drogo. I was with you at the killing of the people with the iron suits. I was there. I was signed up. For sure. Getting on wooden horses. Wooden horses always sound like a good time. Crossing the poison sea, not too much of a good time. But fuck it, I'm here with you. I'm here with you. Because who wouldn't want to see 40,000 Dothraki fighting in an open war? Me, please. I'm so for this. So I'm cheering with Drogo. He's like, I vow I will rape the women. I'm just like, oh my God. This speech is a bit much for me, my guy. I was like, I don't know. You lost me with those two. And I don't know if the Khaleesi picked up on it or she was just like, letting him have it in this moment. But I'm like, is this just a Dothraki thing? Is that just what they enjoy? I'm just like, okay, let's not. Everybody's going to let that. We're going to let all that slide. Enslaving of children and raping of women. I'm like, okay, let's all just forget I said. I wonder if, like, Drogo wakes up and go, what the fuck did I say? What was my speech? I said, what? Oh, God. My wife was right there. I was so mad. Just want to rape somebody. And it's so funny because Finger was talking about how he can't fight people, but he will fuck them. And I was like, proper fuck? But no, yeah, he just means to fuck them over. And he did that. So now Ned is at the mercy of Littlefinger, which nobody wants to be in Lord Baelish. Like, that's crazy. And he gets called to the chambers. Here comes Ned. And Joffrey and his, oh God, I cannot stand Joffrey. Oh, he ain't even made me really hate him yet, but I just know that I'm a super hate him, and I can't wait till we all as a family get to the episode where he fucking dies. Like, I am sorry to say, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I'm very much looking forward to that episode. But for right now, we gotta live with the Joffreys we are dealt. We gotta make lemonade out of Joffreys. But yes, so he's taking the power, and then I love how Ned gives Cersei his paper. Like, well, I'm gonna get the most honorable man. You verify this. And he's like, oh yes, this is the seal, unbroken. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, these are the king's words. Yeah. So he's like, yeah, let me check that out. Oh, okay. Oh, protector of the realm. Yes, yes, yes. Rightful heir. Yes, yes, yes. Rip. Like, was this your big move? My guy, the paper from a dead man. I have a king right here. I have the guard you thought you had, and they got turned on, got stabbed up, and here's Littlefinger to end it off with a knife at Ned's throat, saying, "I told you not to trust me." Yes, the fuck he did. He said not trusting me was the smartest thing you could have did. But I gotta put this on Lady Stark. I do. I feel like Lady Stark is to blame. She made Ned trust him, which he never would have. And Lady Stark started this whole war that Ned is now trying to survive his way out of. Like, and their daughters is still here. And he doesn't even know that. I bet Ned is like, okay, this shit didn't hit the fence. It's all bad right now, but at least my wife has Tyrion. We can at least negotiate. Oh, what the fuck? Here comes Tyrion. In walks Tyrion. Oh man, it's getting so bad so fast, but it's ramping up. And for this episode, I got to give it a I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Really like this episode. And who I had winning this episode had to be Littlefinger. He fucking killed it. The acting, the monologue speech with the with his whores, the move he tried to make, the deal he tried to make with Ned, despite wanting to, but realizing it's no money, no glory, no nothing in it with Ned Stark. I'm going with Cersei. And then to end it with that line was, so I got to give it to Lord Baelish as winner of episode 7. So yeah, man, that was your Throne Thursdays, man. I really hope you enjoyed it, man. Salute to the Discord gang, Apple Podcast listeners, Spotify. You know what it is. Oh, protect your health, yourself, your wealth, man. Your boy Rail is out of here. Peace. Yo, I know I don't need no introduction, but y'all know who it is, man. It's your boy Hollywood Rail, and I appreciate you for sliding through and watching these videos. But you know what I need from you? All right, if you ain't already, I need you to like this and subscribe this, man. We at 1,000 trying to get to 2, all right? Push it for your boy. Get them algorithms up. So when it come to that subscribe button,